Wherever you go, I'm always with you. Wherever you go, I'm always.
What is good, LG crew? You already know how to do this. LukeGabriel right here, aka Energy Bricks, back with another video. So already you can hear that Trey in the background. You already know we already got him today. We're gonna feature him in this tutorial today, but I'm gonna just teach you guys how to pass the ball in NBA Phenom, how to pass like a pro in NBA Phenom. I was gonna do a voiceover for gameplay, but I was like, you know what, might as well just do it here at the YouTubers tournament practice place where you guys can practice your skills if you want to be the YouTuber tournament winner and get 500 Robux and a fan request from me. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and talk about three passes today. So we're gonna talk about lead passes, direct passes, and lob passes, and bowling passes. So I'm not even facing that way. Now I'm facing that way. Anyways, so just like talking about just NBA Phenom, you know how like a lot of people, they just like to hog the ball, you know, just break some ankles, do some regular stuff like that. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about just having it so that you know, if you are playing a, you know, a teamwork game, you know, just make sure you know, do the extra pass. If you are open and there's like, you know, like 5 seconds left, go ahead and shoot the ball. But if, you know, there's someone open on the other side, or, you know, there's someone open at the corner, go ahead and pass it to them, because it's good to make the pass. But I'm going to teach you guys how to directly, you know, or not directly pass, but know how to pass in the correct form. So yeah, let's go ahead, let's get started. So Trey's gonna start with a is gonna start with a bowling pass. A lot of people, what the heck? Why is there nothing to give? Where's the ball? Well, this is weird. Let's see. Hopefully we can fix this. If not, we can just rejoin, and you guys can just skip this because it's a. You can't even look at what I'm looking at. Now you can see what I'm looking at. My fault. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let's see, tools. All right, let's just go ahead. We get back in the game because I'm pretty sure I put the tool in here. If it's not there, then I don't know where it is. Anyways, hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I do have my camera on the top left, so you guys can actually see the power on the bottom right. And while I'm even here, I keep forgetting about this, but the boss, we're gonna remove that boss because we don't need him right now. But let's see. It's just I'm just gonna shut down this real quick. Sorry for the delay. Let's see. What the heck am I on? Fabric? I'm not trying to look at you, Fabric. Alright, hopefully we can fix this. Here we go. Finally at a game. Let's see if it works. There we go. Alright. Those probably just some errors with some, I don't know, stuff. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. My settings are fine. Alright, so let's say you're at a fast break, and let's say there are two people actually kind of trying to clamp them up right here. We're gonna put him right here. We're also gonna put another guy right here. Best thing to do is, if you haven't mastered the lead pass, there's always the bowling pass, and the bowling pass is very, very simple. It's very useful too, especially when you're on fast breaks. Like, especially when you're on fast breaks. I feel like my internet's been doo-doo right now, but we're just gonna keep going. Anyways, so as you can see, like, let's say there's two defenders right here, and you're on a fast break. He gets the ball or something, somebody misses, and you come over here and you cut to this left side, and that's basically what a bowling pass is. So what the bowling pass is you basically just aim at the ground, and I mean, yeah, just don't aim too much at the ground, because this is what's gonna do. Like, you do this, you know, when you self IB the ball or something like that. But when you're doing bounce passes, you're gonna put it a little bit closer, not too far, because it's gonna actually like project it to them. So meaning that it's going to it's going to release it at the head instead of like down over here. So the best place to do it is just down at the ground right here. But here, let's go ahead and just demonstrate this right here. So you aim down, and that's basically what's going to do. So you're just gonna it's like bowling basically. So you bowl the pass, you know, you bowl the ball and stuff like that. So, and as you get better, you'll understand how to I don't know, just find it in different situations and stuff. But anyways, at 5 minutes now, let's go ahead and talk about lead passing. So lead passing is actually like one of the biggest things that NBA players like to do, especially with just like forcing or stuff like that. You've heard about forcing. Forcing is basically just getting the ball to the opponent right where he's actually able to shoot. So so let's say you have defenders right here, and basically you want to, you know, pass it ahead of them. That's basically what a lead pass is you pass it ahead of them. Instead of passing it towards the defender, you're gonna have to pass it a little bit ahead of the defender so that they can get the ball. And that's basically what a lead pass is. You do it in real life sometimes too. Like let's say someone's cutting and you just pass it into the baseline, and then that's where the ball comes from, or that's where they can catch the ball. Because if you throw it behind them while they're running, then that's gonna force a turnover. So yeah, so this is basically what it looks like. So it's gonna cut, and and then you pass it ahead, and that's basically how you do it. And so the basic move for this, I guess, is from right here, you go from right here and kind of like a shift, and then you come out. But I mean, it doesn't matter, it's still the same thing, but you just want to have it so that you're aiming a little bit ahead. So so just step by step, and that's basically what all I do right here is just I make sure that yeah, basically you just aim that far ahead. So instead of having it where, you know, the defender's right here and he's still right here, so let's say you're cutting and you're right here, don't pass it right now, wait. Or, well, what you want to do is you want to pass it now and from here, but you want to be able, okay, so you're right here, let's say this is your defender right here, let's say this is your defender, and you're right here. You don't want to pass it directly right here. You want to aim it so that it's more ahead of the player, in a sense, so that they can actually catch the ball. So I'm just gonna demonstrate. So if I pass it to that guy right there, let's say I pass it to him right there, it's gonna come to him because like that's where he was, but you're trying to put it ahead. Like you kind of have to think about it like talking about the future and stuff like that. So you just want to pass it right just as he's cutting. So you see that move where he like so you see him that he usually goes like this way, and then you press A or D or something like that, and you just cut back. So that's basically what it is. So if, you know, you pass, and like you kind of have to, and the thing is you gotta time it too. So right there I missed right there, but so you just have to wait until he actually gets to the area right there, and sometimes it'll actually bounce, or well, it'll usually bounce right after it happens. But yeah, also being able to figure out the correct power in order to pass it, in a sense. So like, let's say you're, and that Wi-Fi is really bad right now, but anyways, let's say you're like this right here. You don't want to pass it on 100, because if you pass it on 100, well, I can't even put it on 100 right now because of the tournament restrictions. But let's say you pass it on 90. You don't want to pass it so far ahead because it's going to be too quick for the person to get. So you got to put it at a reasonable power for the person to get. Usually at 80 or 75, because that's a 3-point power. I usually put it at that. But yeah, between 70 and 80, something like that. But yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, that's basically what a lead pass is. So being able to lead pass is the fact that people tend to what is it? They tend to defend like right in front of them, and so it's easier for them. Or like, let's say they're like trying to follow them, and let's say they cut. For someone to just, because it's different, because you kind of have to, in your screen, you have to cut back before you think he's gonna cut back, so that in his screen he's thinking that you're way behind him, but you're not, because you have to catch up to him at the same time as he does. So in order for you to do that, you have to go a second earlier than him. So let's say you're right here and he's gonna cut this way. What you want to do is you want to cut that way already, so that when he cuts, you're already there, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about lob passes, and then after that we're gonna talk about direct passes. So yeah, lead is just put the ball where the player is gonna go. Direct, we're gonna talk about direct lob. So you basically just throw it up if the defender is playing tight. So let's say he's over here. Unfortunately, I do not have the bounce like NBA Phenom does, but yeah, just like as Trey says, it's not, you can't even see it, but it says right here, he says right here, not too high and not too low. So basically you want it to be at a you want it to be like really well. So he says right here, aim like an inch above the head. So you kind of want to put your, okay, so as you're doing this, you're gonna drive, or let's say he's at this corner, you want to make sure that you right click and then you're holding, or you're going up. So this is what's gonna make it so that it's gonna lob, it's gonna go higher than, you know, like intended for, because if you just aim it like straight like this, it's gonna go straight like that. But if you lob it up, you're gonna have an easier chance. So like, let's say right here, see that he's at the corner right now, you want to aim up and high. So that's basically how you want it to do it. And so for him, it's kind of easy for him, because we always, you know, I mean, I've been training him for like 4 years now, so he knows where my passes are gonna go, and just 2 years, whatever. Anyways, just the chemistry that you have with someone. So just, if you do have a duo, go ahead and practice this. If you can't, just practice it at NBA Phenom. Just be like, I'll be PG for like one what am I thinking, for like one play, and then you just get the ball and you just practice, and if you don't get it down, that's okay. But yeah, you just aim higher than usual. As you can see right there, it goes over his head, so you don't have to worry about that. But as you can see there, that was another way to show that you're you're leading the pass. But in times of let's say, okay, so in times of you're being double teamed, so let's say you're over here at this corner, there's a high chance that someone's going to be at that corner on the other side. So like you're being trapped right here. The best thing to do is to, if they're going to try and jump, I swear, the thing about the Roblox physics is it bounces, and then it kind of like slowly goes forward in a sense. So let's say you're being covered, you're being trapped right here. What you want to do is you want to make sure it's either like at 85 or 90, or even at 100 sometimes, depending on how high you actually aim. You want to make sure that you just get it to the defender. So even if it's just don't make it too high to the point where it's all the way like this, because that's going to make it so that it's going to come back to you. You don't want that to happen. You want it to be a little of a head, so that in a sense that it's going to just look like this. So that was too much, as you can see, but that's basically the main point of it right here. But here, I'll do it on 80. So basically you just aim it up higher than usual, and then that's what's gonna happen, is it's gonna bounce, and then you're gonna be able to get the ball to him. So but also, if they don't even jump, what you can do is you can actually delay the pass. So like as of right here, you can just wait, because usually people like to pass the ball really fast, and that's not what you have to do. Passing is fine. You don't have to take like, you don't have to be so you don't have to rush to your pass. You do not have to rush your passing. This is also another example, or this is another type of passing. It's called direct passing. So basically you just directly pass it to them. That's basically what it is. It's not leading, it's not bowling, it's just directly passing it to them. So in times, I know
force. Basically like forcing. That's what direct is.
Yeah, direct is kind of like forcing, but in a sense that you're not leading it. But so let's say you're over here, or let's say the ball comes over here, and you're being trapped right here. In a sense, you like in a fast break situation, let's say someone misses the ball right here, and you're coming over here, you get the ball, and all you have to do is just directly pass it, and that's basically what it is. It's directly passing. Of course, it's a lot different because you're also leading the ball, because if you just directly pass it to him. So it's wow, we can't even give anything anymore. That sucks. Anyways, so that's basically all you do, is you just directly pass it right in this corner right here. And there's legit nothing to give anymore, which sucks. Oh well. Anyways, but yeah, that's basically it. Those are the 4 types. This is a good 15-minute video. I'm gonna go ahead and recap right here. So first one is just the bowling passing, so just being able to throw it on the ground and you know it won't even bounce. And then there's also lead passing, so you just pass it in front. Sometimes they're gonna cut back if they know what to do. If they don't, that's okay. All you just gotta learn is to pull it ahead of you, and then as you can see right there, he just put it a little behind, so you just pass it right in front of them, and that's basically what that is. And then you also have lobbing, so lobbing is just a little higher. And you can combine these two. You can combine lobbing and leading, so you don't have to just do one simple thing. You can do both at the same time. Mostly it's leading. It's never really it's never really anything direct, unless you're actually just straight ahead, unless you're at the corner right here, and usually if they're just backpedaling, that's the main thing. If they're backpedaling like this, then you can directly pass it. Other than that, then you can't really do it. But in situations like these too, if someone's open over here, all you have to do is just directly pass it. You don't have to lead them to it or anything. But that's basically it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is LukeGabriel right here, aka Energy Bricks, signing out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment if you're new, and I'm out, bruh. See ya. Peace, guys.